Hi folks, Preston Johnson here with the American Masters Bowling Tour. We're at Plaza Lanes in Plymouth, Michigan, and I'm proud to present Tina Bruce, our Handicap Division champion. They had a great tournament today. We bowled on a pattern called the Stingray, which is a 43-foot pattern. And Tina, you've been with us, this is really your first year?
Yep.
Kind of started last year and then really started this year. And I was telling her off camera that I'd seen her, she's been out here for a while and so forth. And I met this other guy named Bill Bruce, and met him last year sometime, and he had been bowling and so forth, and I just never put the two names together and realized that y'all might be related in some manner. Turns out you're married to this guy. Yes. And I was teasing, I was like, I don't know why Bill was hanging around with this girl, because his wife might find out. You know? But no, it's a pleasure having you out here. We are having this whole thing this year with the women just taking over. We had Jessica Skinner win one of our tournaments, Jessica Moore, and now you. In fact, we had all three of you about two tournaments ago, I think it was.
The first or second one.
First and second one. And all three of you guys made it to match play, and unfortunately you all ended up bowling against each other, and you got knocked out early. But how does it feel to finally sit here as an American Masters champion?
Great.
Huh?
Very, very good. So.
Tell me about the day. How did qualifying go? What was your strategy going in? Because your husband, he's an incredible bowler. You know, and I'm watching you and I'm like, okay, you really have a good spare game. You don't throw a lot of strikes, but you're dead on with your spares.
And I actually been having trouble with my spares lately. So my wonderful husband has been taking me out, and we've been doing some practice.
Okay.
And he's totally changed up the way I shoot at my spares.
Excellent.
And it actually paid off today.
Absolutely,
so.
Yeah. Now the thing, and you're realizing this, you know, do you bowl in leagues right now?
I'm only bowling one league right now, so normally I only bowl 3 games.
Okay.
So.
But the fact that you're coming out here bowling on a challenging condition, you know, you're at a slight disadvantage because you're not a big cranker and all that. You don't throw a lot of strikes. But I always tell people that the key to making qualifying, getting to qualifying and making it to match play is spares.
Yep.
Okay? And not only did it help you get to match play, it actually helped you to win today.
Yes, it did.
Huh?
It did very much.
Now, tell me about, let's start with qualifying first. Any particular matches that you had that you struggled with, and did your coach give you some tips on what to do?
He helps me out a little bit here and there. We try to get it set up so we're on
close
lanes side by side.
Right.
But at the same time, he has to bowl his own game as well.
Sure.
So I just kind of backed off and tried to bowl my own game.
Focus on yours,
yep.
Right?
And so I actually started off with the QZ2 today.
Okay.
And found out after the first game, or during the first game, I should say, that it wasn't giving me enough room.
Mm-hmm.
No margin for error at all, and it was when I was leaving pins. They were more difficult.
Okay.
Spares
leaving
to pick
splits or multi-pin
yep.
with sleepers and so forth.
Yep. And so I switched to the QZ1 after the first game and used it for the next 3. And probably my toughest game was my last game of qualifying, so my 5th game. And the lanes just weren't working for me at all. So back to the QZ2 and left a lot of opens.
Wow, is that right?
5th game and shot my lowest game of the day at 136, I think.
Yeah.
My 5th game.
And you were actually 5th high qualifier.
Yep.
All right, and because we did a stair step, you had to literally work from the bottom all the way up to the final match.
Yep.
And you ended up bowling against Keith Becker. And Keith he's a veteran. He's been around 3 years. We actually were talking to Keith, and his game has really improved. He reminds me of you. You know, many years ago, he was having trouble with spares and strikes, and he's getting his equipment lined up. But his game is so incredibly improved. But it seems like every time he matches up against one of the ladies, something gets in his head and he just doesn't quite make it. So I think you had the advantage of psyching him out, you know. Would you bat those eyes or something like that?
No, you know, I bowled with men. I bowled on a men's league about 5 years ago, and so it's the pressure there is not for me because I've done it for so much.
Sure.
I do realize when men are not used to bowling. It's easy to
psych him out.
So I'll take that advantage.
Exactly, because it was a pretty close game. He only lost by about 10 pins.
Yeah.
But it was funny because it was clear he realized he had lost the game. And 10th frame, he strikes out, throws a 3 back, you know. So Lenny, he's going to eventually, Keith is eventually going to sit in this chair,
yes, he will.
you know. So now, the rest of the day, you know, were you worried that you had to work your way up? Because again, people don't realize we are athletes. You know, we bowl 5 games of qualifying, and then if you make it to match play, depending on how many we take and how we structure it, there's additional, could be 4 or 5 additional games. How was your stamina today? Were you getting tired? Did you get to the point like, oh my God, I got, all these games to make it all the way to the top?
Today was probably actually the first time, so I've made it to qualifying a couple times in the past this year. And just totally exhausted in my first game. And then actually I've never made it past my first game of qualifying. So
That's true.
It was the first for a lot.
Yeah.
But I did have a lot more energy, enthusiasm today. Not sure what I've done different, but evidently I need to do the exact same thing.
But you keep coming out here, getting that stamina
Yeah.
and so forth. Now, any particular game in match play, any of those games, do they challenge you that you really worry that you weren't going to make it? Or?
The very first one.
Is
And
that
once
one?
again, because I haven't gotten past that first game, and throwing the recon. So that was the first game that I threw that ball in, and I really haven't thrown that ball at all.
Okay.
And so psychologically, it was,
So you've been using the Q1 and Q2 before,
right.
And then you went to match play and changed balls entirely.
Entirely.
Oh wow, that was a gutsy move.
Yeah.
Now what made you do that? I know why, but tell everybody why you did it.
Because the other two were hooking, and I actually ended up moving completely outside of my comfort zone, and just got extremely lucky.
Now that's unusual particularly for our handicap bowlers. Most of the time they find a spot they like and use different balls so they can stay in the same area. But you did two things: you changed balls and you changed your location on the lane.
Right.
That's a gutsy move. Where'd you learn that?
Probably from my husband.
Watching him do it a few times. I love it. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Hi folks, we're here with Tina Bruce at Plaza Lanes, and she's our handicap division champion. Tina.
There you go, Tina! Awesome.
It was an interesting pattern that we were talking about earlier, the Stingray pattern, 43 foot, and the cut scores. I don't know what was going on today. They were plus 122 for the your division, and you were at plus 130. So you right there, you're doing really well. So enough about the bowling. Tell us about Tina. Who is Tina? What does she do for a living? Family, kids, and all that?
So I'm married to my husband, Bill Bruce, who also bowls and got me into these tournaments. Figured if I wanted to spend time with him, I better come and join him. That's why I'm here.
That's great.
And we've been married for 12 years now.
Oh, congratulations.
And I have 3 children, all boys.
Okay.
They all bowl.
Do they have names?
Yes.
Or no, you just call them Bolt Boy 1, 2, and 3?
No. So Robert, Brandon, and Ryan.
Okay.
They're 18, 16, and 10.
Oh, 18-year-old?
Yeah.
You're not old enough to have an 18-year-old kid. No way.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And I work for Michigan Nonprofit Association, and I'm the director of finance there.
Outstanding. Now, do you do anything league-wise? Did you say that you bowled in
One
one
league.
league? Okay.
Yep.
Where at? And give a shout out to your friends.
So I bowl at what is now Pins Bowling Center.
Oh, yeah, South
formerly,
Lyon.
yep, formerly 700 Bowl.
Okay.
And we're sponsored by the Pro Shop there.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, Tina, anybody that you want to thank before we come to the main event here?
Just my family. Bill's always there to support me. Ryan always comes with us, and even though the other 2 boys don't normally come, they're always there.
Is that Ryan back there?
That's Ryan.
Hey Ryan, what's up, dude? He's always here. I love it. We're gonna get you out here one of these days, right? We have to have a kids tournament, have like a father and son or a mom and son kid tournament, something like that. Anyway, well, Tina, I am so proud of you. This is your first American Masters tournament. You actually absolutely earned it. You beat one of our veteran bowlers out there who keeps trying to sit in that chair. He keeps trying it, but keep it. It'll come, Keith. You keep doing what you're doing. But I'm so proud of you. We love having ladies just competing with the guys and showing everybody that it doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman, how old, how young, you can be an American Masters, and you actually did that. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, without further ado, you came here to win a tournament. Didn't know you were going to win the tournament, did you? But that's what you did. Perfect time for Christmas. All right. So we got $500 for you. All right. And then we have something called the Eagle's Nest. And when you come to the tournament, you pay your normal fee. You pay an additional fee. You make it through qualifying. You make it through match play, and you get an additional $263. But it looks like you didn't get an Eagle's Nest.
No.
Well, let me give you that one as a reminder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But you were smart enough. You were smart enough to do the ball bonus, so we will have an additional $100 for you in the next week or so. And last but not least, we have our new American Masters trophy. You can take it to work, put it on your wall, and brag a little bit. So there's your American Masters tournament trophy. Tina, I'm so proud of you. You keep doing what you're doing. All right, and what I want to see is this massive ladies, just battle. You guys get out there, just kick all the guys' butts, and then just go for it. Okay, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, folks. Tina Bruce, our handicap division champion here at American Masters. Excuse me. We're going to be at Plaza Lanes in 2 weeks on the 19th. We're guaranteeing, I believe, $800 for first place, and we want a huge, huge turnout. And like I said, tell all your lady friends, tell your guy friends, bring everybody out to the American Masters Tournament. We want to have a tremendous, tremendous year-end tournament. So, folks, I'm Preston Johnson with the American Masters Bowling Tour. Take care. Bye-bye.